Hey, it's Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday at the same time, so we of course had to go get some delicious tacos.
Welcome back to One Thing a Day Until the Race Car is Done. It actually started as one thing a week until the race car is done, but if we only do one thing a week, we'll be here till 2035, and we have till August 7th. I think that gives us 12 weeks left. I'll have to double check. Hopefully it's not 11. Yeah, so let's look at what happened this week. We had kind of a crazy week, much crazier than anticipated. It was supposed to be kind of chill and just doing some basic bushings, but in typical this car fashion, not a single thing went according to plan. Luckily, we have a few weeks built in as buffer at the end. I think we're gonna need them. As far as what we have going on in the engine bay, well, we didn't touch a single thing this week. And that's okay, because everything we were focused on was back in the rear. Let's venture through this pile of carnage here. We still have a whole bunch. This is just random stuff, good stuff, but random stuff. We got a bunch of bushings still to install. We still have the wheel bearings to finish installing, and I'm going to go ahead and do that today. And wheel studs to install, and more bushings to install. And we still have all of the control arms to install. So it's still a lot. We basically need a whole nother week on the rear end, would be my assumption. But everything is here and out of the car. Let's look at the gaping hole. We got the hydraulic press set up. It's been just kind of sitting in my garage in a state of partial assembly for months, actually closer to a year. 22-ton Cornwell press. It works pretty good. I don't really have any complaints other than the arm is noisy, but that's what it is. This is the socket that took out my cell phone yesterday. Oh yeah, so basically here's what happened. My phone here, I had set it like this. In fact, you can see the mark there. And I had the hub sitting up on these blocks, and I had, actually it was this socket here, this big beast of a boy. In fact, that's my phone screen right there. It was sitting there like that, and I actually had it just sitting on there while I was rearranging some stuff. And I went, oops, and it went boom, and then down onto the ground. You win some, you lose most. So Samsung S23 Ultra, I can get the screen replaced, but until then I needed a phone, and so I went and got this Motorola thing. We'll see if we like it. Come back to the back of the car, and we have a gaping hole. We took the floor out, which is 10 pounds of metal. We are going to put metal back in, so it's not going to quite be total 10 pounds. But also, that battery over there we took out, that battery is 35 pounds of stupid nickel metal hydride, or whatever they call those things, conventional battery. So that's going to be going away, and we're going to be switching to a anti-gravity battery with a melee mount. So that'll be fun when we get that in there. Just need to go pick that up. Yeah, we'll get the fuel tank back in. Pretty basics. Look at that spider. Hold on, can you see him? Maybe? Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's big. Crazy stuff.
Oh, just kidding. I forgot I can do voiceover in post, so that's what we're going to do. This wheel bearing is super stuck, like crazy stuff. So I had to fire it up with the old torch. Think about it for a minute. Had quite a bit of pressure on her. I actually went clear up to right there. That was about 12 tons on the press before it finally let go. So I really like this press for doing stuff like this. It's kind of interesting because you can change where the piston position is, which is nifty. Not something I've used in a press before. So now that we've got it broke loose, I needed to make room behind it to get it to press the rest of the way out. So luckily I have those little collars. Yeah, and then from here it's just pretty straightforward. Push the bearing the rest of the way out and have a wonderful time. I've got new seals and the new bearing for this. Unfortunately, in this video I just kind of ran out of time, so it didn't show. Plus it's kind of blowing stuff. Here I'm the idiot that tried to catch the bearing. It wasn't going to hurt, but definitely just didn't go right into my hand where I was expecting. But yeah, new coil bearings. Japanese OEM manufacturer. And honestly, anything else, if you're doing this much work, is not recommended. So just clean the race out a little bit. I could have anti-seized them. I don't know. The reason why it was so stuck, I'm assuming, is because it had gotten really hot from the previous bearing failure. And then when they get really hot and then they get wet or salty or anything like that, they just kind of weld themselves in. And sometimes they come out easy, and other times they put up a fight. And these ones put up a fight. Not the biggest fight I've ever seen, but definitely not a simple, straightforward task. So, let's go back to the soothing music until the end of this little clip, and that's gonna be it.
We got the old board back out. Sorry this week wasn't more interesting, but we have done a lot of work on the car. We are working still on the rear end. We got the floor cut out. We got the rear subframe pulled. We got the gas tank. That was all last week, but we're getting there. Probably next week, so I'm going to go ahead and bump this into week 6 since we do have some buffer. And the rear end is a big part of this project because the rear end had issues prior to the car getting stolen. There was all kinds of noise from that wheel bearing and such. So I need to finish the wheel bearing. I'm just out of time today. So yeah, we're going to finish servicing the rear end, get the wheel bearings back in, get some brakes on her, get all the bushings and arms installed, and then we're going to start moving forward and we'll get the transmission taken care of next week. So thanks for watching. One thing a day, one day at a time. We're going to keep going until this race car is back on the road.